Welcome.
Welcome to another Thursday sit reps.
Oh, yeah.
We're giving you the jump ahead of time so you don't have to get up in the morning, watch the video, and try to order stuff frantically at the same time. So welcome to a Thursday sit rep episode of Brickmania TV. I'm here with Andreas. We got a couple of new releases. This is like Andreas's day. He's got a lot of two kids featured. So
yeah, well, at least we have one new pre-order, and we have another one
that's dropping. So if you, it should be hitting stores either today or this weekend or early next week, depending on how far the store is from headquarters. I think we've had some supply chain issues holding up some of the parts, and they finally got that resolved today, but I think it's going to take a little while to get stuff out the door. So be patient. If your store doesn't have the Greyhound today, it will be there very soon.
Yeah, and we also came back from a show just now.
Right. So we were in where?
We were in Seattle, Bellevue.
Bellevue, yes, Seattle, Washington. BrickCon. We successfully were rehabilitated and returned to BrickCon. So we're back in the good graces of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, really good show. It was very nice to meet you guys who came out to see us.
Yeah, and nice to see everybody again that we know from our long past in the area. And it's good to return. And it was a bit overwhelming because we seeing everybody all at once, and we haven't seen most of these people in years. So it was really nice.
Yeah, very good show. Okay, let's talk about pre-orders.
Pre-orders.
Yes.
Yes. 2 big pre-orders today, right?
Yeah, big. Actually. So this one is the AEC Mammoth. Comes with Rommel. So this is actually a British vehicle that was captured by the German.
It's like the British Army command camper.
Yeah, it's totally a camper van. I've been calling this the Ninja Turtle van for the whole week. And this is the prototype, but you can see the renders online. It looks tan here, but it's actually mostly olive green, because that's the real color. It was, for the most part, with sand blue camouflaging. So there's a lot of brick-built camouflage there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And this is the only way you can get a Rommel, right? We're not releasing a Rommel minifig. So you really have to get on this one. And this is not going to be, I wouldn't say we're making it intentionally limited edition, but it will be limited by some of the pieces in this kit are quite, they're not super common. So I guess it's limited. They're all limited edition, but this one will be limited by how many we can make. So right off the bat, if you want to get this one, get it.
Yeah.
And there's printing and?
There's printing and stickers for this one. Some people don't like stickers. You don't have to apply them to make it accurate. Most of the important details are within the printed parts. But I really like stickers because it can give you some options for different variants. So Rommel actually had 2 of these ones.
Minimum of 2.
Minimum 2. So he had one called Max and one called Moritz. So I'm giving you the name plates for both of the 2 of them. They come on the side here, so you can pick which one you want. And you also get a number 5, I believe, because I've seen some that also had a number 5 on the sides. So
this has like several opening doors. The roof comes off top too as well.
That's where most of the fun is.
You can lift up the...
Well, firstly, you get a tent with like a... What do you call this?
It's a canopy, tarp.
Canopy, sunroof. I don't know.
It's like on in the real thing, it's on it rolls up and attaches.
Yeah,
to the
it's a roller, so you can also
a true camper.
Yeah, so you can easily just remove this. Let's see here, and there you go. So if you don't want your tent, there you go. Then you got your vehicle here.
That's very clever.
So that comes with a map and coffee cup, teacup actually, because it's British. So on the inside here...
Does it say I heart Führer on it or something?
Oh no. So all the details in here, everything that would be in the real vehicle. So you have typewriter, you got a map, you got a radio, so much fun details there, compass, you have some drinks here.
The lamp is nice. The nice
brick-built lamp, clock, there's a big map, so much fun details on the insides here. That's gonna look great when it's all finished up. So these are opening doors.
And the back door opens as well.
Back door opening too, just like the real vehicle.
So your emergency exit in the back.
Yeah, so this felt actually like a lot. If you have ever built the modular buildings from Lego, they have so much interior detail. So that was kind of what it felt like making this, like just filling out the whole space.
It really is British. The steering wheel's on the wrong side.
Yeah, steering wheel on the right side. You have room to actually fit a guy in there. You get a driver with the With the kit.
So 2 figures.
2 figures, Rommel and a driver.
And these aren't the classic figures. These are fully detailed figures.
Oh yeah, totally. The driver actually comes with hair because I saw a ton of pictures of these guys just riding without hats.
Right,
so.
while they're inside. They don't need to wear covers while they're on the inside.
Yeah, so that's a fun detail.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay, we have another kit dropping.
Okay, the other one dropping. Yes, the Tiger One. This is, I guess, the classic Brickmania Tiger One. So it's realistically, I mean, it's fully updated. So it looks like a classic Tiger One. Looks like the kit. I mean, this is probably the brick built kill rings on it. That's probably one of the more iconic and favorites of the fans. Difference being is we're using a different wheel type and stickers. You actually had stickers with this one, and if you're going to be the guy who complains about stickers, that's fine. You can complain all you want, but the price is really reflected. This thing is actually comparable to those old Tiger One kits that we did, those budget Tiger One kits. And the stickers really make that happen. So yeah, you're gonna have to put on a dozen or so stickers on these wheels. The markings on the turret and the side of the hull here, all stickers, but the price is reflective. And we're considering putting out a parts pack that would be, hey, here's all the parts, the printed parts, if you want to swap this out. Yeah, but that's not included. It's not even an upgrade, optional upgrade at this point.
Is that number an Easter egg?
I think so. I think it goes with last week's set, but you'll have to investigate that for yourself.
That's fun. And we have a Panzer Commander sold.
There is. No, the Panzer Commander comes with it.
Oh, really?
And it's a classic Panzer Commander. So he's
great.
the yellow. It'll look very similar to the old Brickmania kits. I should say that the turret on here has been updated, so it's if you were to compare this with, say, the Tiger kit, the basic Tiger kit we put out like 3-4 years ago,
yeah,
this has a turret that's much more comparable in construction techniques and components to the Tiger 131 kit that we currently sell.
Sweet.
So it's kind of an amalgamation. I mean, it's parts of old, parts of new, and then mashed together in a way that intentionally makes it more affordable.
Yeah.
So this will be your Christmas Tiger. You want this one in your stocking, and you know they're priced right. You could probably have 2 of them if you wanted.
Yeah.
So or 3.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, it is. This is truly a Brickmania classic. It's all the components. It
Opening
does have
hatches.
Yeah. There's 4 opening hatches. You have the hatch for the commander, hatch for the loader, and then there's 2 hatches in the front here.
So it's driver and radio operator.
Yeah, and
right?
you can stick your guys in there. The guys will actually sit down in there. That is one feature. There's no details inside of it, but if you wanted to have your expensive minifigures disappear and never be seen by the public, you stick them down in those hatches there. They will fit. It's designed for figures to sit in it.
Cool.
So classic Brickmania classic Tiger One. I think that's all we're calling it. There's no specific mark. It's just Tiger One.
Great.
And then we have.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Iron Brigade.
Iron Brigade. So you know what they are. So Iron Brigade, for those who don't know what the Iron Brigade is, they are a American Civil War military formation comprised mostly of Wisconsin and Indiana volunteers. This is a Union military, Union part of the Union Army. They're called the Iron Brigade. They're most noted for their black hats. So they're also called the Black Hats affectionately. But they have these black bucket hats, typical Union, the dark blue Union uniform. The officers being differentiated by having a much more fancy, there's piping and much fancier uniform, but otherwise they dress more or less the same. Yeah. So, what about the weapons they have here?
Perfect calibers.
Both have perfect calibers.
The pistol there, that's exclusive, right? For
Yeah.
this figure?
Yeah, it's a new Colt pistol. Potentially the Confederate officers would have the same pistol. These came out actually before the war, but it's a revolving pistol. So the difference between this pistol and this musket is that the riflemen had to actually stop, reload their gun between every you shoot, you reload, you fire.
Yeah.
Repeat. And the cool thing about the pistol that was really revolutionary is they can have 6 shots in that pistol. So they can preload the black powder, all that stuff, have a cap in there, blasting caps in there, and just blast away. So your officer actually potentially had more firepower than the musket bearers, but that was also very it's very expensive to have those pistols. So
yeah, and I guess a rifle is more effective for long range.
Oh, right.
Shooting.
In concentrated fire, that rifle will knock down your enemy a lot more effectively. But it takes a lot of coordination to get a rifle squad, a rifle unit company, I guess, together to be effective. Very limited edition at first. This is part of a whole Civil War theme that we're rolling out, mostly figures because there's just not a lot of like tanks and aircraft in the American Civil War. But you'll be seeing a lot of figures rolling out, starting with the Iron Brigade, and then just continuing through the rest of the year, releasing. Periodically. Some weeks we'll have multiples like today. Some weeks we'll just have one. Some weeks we'll have none. It'll be switching up to something else. Yeah. But this is a theme that it's going to be ongoing. Riflemen, there's more figures out there than there are the officers. These are all going to go very fast, I believe.
Just going to show the details of the sides here.
Yeah, fully detailed figures. These aren't
back detail.
These aren't classic series. These aren't dumbed down. Custom 3D printed hats. Hats are 3D printed and then printed with the UV hit with that insignia on there. So it's quite a production here.
Very cool.
Looking forward to these and the rest. You wait till you see what's coming next.
Yeah, I'm sure we need more guys to go with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, we have a kit dropping now.
Yep.
That should be shipping out this week.
Yes.
So this is the M8 Greyhound.
So here we have it with all of its printed glory. So.
Oh yeah, a lot of printed parts on this one, and a new figure.
Right. These are dropping this week. So if your store doesn't already have them, they will have them very soon. They're in the mail, so to speak, on the way. Yeah. So does that figure look familiar to you?
Does it look familiar? Maybe some of you guys know. I don't know. Do you have the Fury kit? Maybe you need this guy as well. Yeah. It doesn't come with a weapon, but my personal weapon of choice for this guy is the M1 carbine.
Yeah, is that the?
So that's the perfect caliber that we have standalone online. So
he has M1 carbine, the para version though. So,
yeah. So get that one if you want to give this guy a weapon.
Fully detail your figure. Get the right
loadout to go with your Fury kits and whatever else you want to have.
And this Greyhound is currently available to order. Do you know?
We have restocked it, so it might be on another pre-order.
I did not even notice if it was currently online. I didn't look before we filmed this, but if it's not, it will be in the future. So
yeah,
this is.
So it's not a limited edition kit. It's going to be around for a little while.
No, and if you want to put it on your Christmas or holiday list, your Hanukkah list, this is something that we're going to try to keep in stock through the end of the year.
Okay, I'm going to show off some of these printing. So we have a bag here. You have
it
stars.
Is fully printed all over.
You have a printing on the sides here, front printing. This is a lot of details that we're going to go into in the designer's desk.
So a lot of familiar things. The ammunition crates.
Crates are great. Yeah. There's a cigar box there.
That's only available in this kit, right?
Yeah, super fun details. So, and I also have this figure is actually an Easter egg. I gotta show you. So, in the old days, when Brickmania didn't make their own figures, this is what the tanker looked like. So that was the Greyhound guy? Yeah, maybe not the Greyhound. It was at least a Hellcat that I had when I grew up. So I was just thinking, how can we do a homage to this guy? Is there any like jackets that look like it? And we found out, oh, this guy kind of looks like it. So you can see the dark tan legs there and the reddish brown jacket.
Very similar.
It might even be old brown, actually. Look at that.
Yeah, I think that torso was one of the first of the reddish brown.
Yeah. Do you remember this? That this was the tanker? Yeah.
He was. I think that's like Generation 3 adventures. When they were up in the mountains in the Himalayas. I think that was one of the adventures. But that would have been right about at the cusp of when they switched over, or shortly after they switched over to the newer brown.
Yeah. So I thought that was a fun detail you can kind of see the resemblance here, what it was going for. I thought that was a fun Easter egg for the fans of the classic Brickmania.
Right, and this is a cool kit if you want to get like a fully detailed, top of the line Brickmania kit without totally blowing the budget. Like if some of these bigger, heavy tanks, these $500 plus tanks are out of your budget, this is actually a good price point, a good compromise. It has a little bit of everything that you would love to expect from Brickmania. It has it's a custom 3D printed barrel.
Oh,
right?
almost forgot to mention. Yeah, made by Camera Guy.
Yeah. So that barrel, that's a new thing. So in the future we make these 37 millimeter guns on our Stewarts and stuff. We'll have to use this barrel. So it wasn't an option before. Now it is.
Yeah.
Of course, you've got your full on M2 HB, and then your figure. So you have a full and all these printed parts. You have like a highly detailed kit without that like budget busting million parts piece count.
Yeah. So there's actually a feature here.
All right. Show off
where you can put a figure, or actually 2 figures inside here. So that's very hard to do. That was I had to really work hard to get that in there. Yep. So you put your figure down here. We have this piece here. You see that? Yep. And that goes on here. So there you go.
And if you missed that, you could see it again on the design studio.
Yeah. So there you go. That's how you put your figure in there, so you can have actually 2 guys in the drivers.
So when you go to the store this weekend and go pick this up, make sure you get 2 extra guys for it. So
yeah, we have some standalone tankers.
Yeah, standalone tankers are. I mean, they wouldn't actually be tankers. They would be. You could go to the store, get yourself some riflemen, stick them in there, put get some extra tanker helmets, stick them on. I mean, we make all the parts to do this. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a fun detail.
These guys wouldn't necessarily be tankers. They're usually they're infantry scout.
Yeah, it's a scout vehicle. It's not a tank destroyer or anything.
Right, right. When these guys see tanks, they usually the reason why they can move fast is so they can run in the opposite direction.
But there is a famous story about one of the M8 Greyhounds that actually took out a King Tiger. They managed to sneak up behind him and go straight up.
Straight the tailpipe.
Straight out this tailpipe and just fire a bunch of shots, very rapid fire, and then just took down a King Tiger. Wow. So that's a David Goliath story right there.
Yeah, yeah. Or people who have no sense of self-danger.
Yeah, exactly.
Or else it was just pure desperation.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Well, it's cool. I love this thing, and I think it's going to be around for a little while yet.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done this since like 2010 maybe.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had a
maybe even longer.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, you'll be on later this week doing a full-on breakdown of this model.
Yeah.
With Slam or Amanda, I'm not sure, but actually it might not be even later this week. It might be earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know when these are coming out.
Me and Andrea are really trying to pump out the designer's desk right now when we're back in the US, so you'll see more of that on the channel. Right. We have a different channel actually called Designer Studios. Designer Studios, yeah. So check that out. Go there if you want to see the designer's desk, where we go in depth on the kits. We talk about the history, all the features, everything you need.
Yep. Get these this weekend. Pre-orders for the Tiger 1 and the
Mammoth.
The Mammoth. It is heading into the holiday season. If you want to make sure you're going to get these things, I would suggest jumping on these kits now. Once they're gone, they're going to be restocked, but the chances of it's going to be harder and harder the closer we get to the holidays to get your hands on these things. So make sure you get in early, and then if you don't, you're going to be taking your chances later.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Tune in next week for another exciting episode.
Thank you very much.